What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Pet Shop Boys and more from their 1990 album, Behaviour. And we're up to the tune, This Must Be the Place I Waited Years to Leave. It's such a fascinating title. It seems at odds with itself, the idea if you've been stuck or at least in a complicated position in a particular place for many years, then ultimately you should know it very well and you should be familiar with it. So to realize, seemingly, if not after the fact, on the way out, that this is indeed the location that you waited years, it makes me wonder whether the place might be less physical and geographical and more interpersonal or conceptual. Either way, it has this riddling quality to it that's a bit different than their everyday phrase that you hear people say all the time type of title. So I'm curious about this one, and again, it has a riddle to it. So let's find out what it is. This is Pet Shop Boys, This Must Be the Place I Waited Years to Leave, and it's from the 1990 album Behaviour.
This must be the place I waited years to leave.
It's so epic. Why you faded? I mean, seriously, that's so. It's an incredibly like put together tune, composed and arranged, and multiple parts of it were giving me this space, ambient, down tempo quality. Now it had that, driving, bubbly, Pet Shop Boys synth bass, though also those, I guess, like just other layer of synth bass flourishes that were kind of almost like a bass guitar in the way they kind of had a bit of twang to them. Multiple layers of melodic synth work that I thought was fantastic, especially that one that at first it was sort of sounding like a guitar, but then I was thinking it sounded more like brass, but it was that really high, like celestial melodic line. Then there was that more like austere, like one-shot sort of melody. Basically all the different layers really gave it this, again, celestial, floating up into the stars sort of feel. But it's interesting because if I was hearing the chorus right, it sounds like maybe he is saying like confusion, the confusion of being in emotional love is part of the place that he's trying to get away from. So if not like specifically the place that he doesn't want to be. So maybe I'm mishearing that, maybe there's more to it, or I'm sure there's more to it, but that seemed to be the essential aspect that I heard on a first listen, that the idea of falling in love is confusing, absolutely true so far as my experience is the case. And in that regard, being in that state, it can be exciting, but it can also be overwhelming, taxing, draining, and so perhaps after so many experiences of that intensity, one might not want to find their way back there. But it's if you see someone, you hit it off with them, and oh my gosh, it's happening again, I feel that infatuation, I'm falling, like this is the place that I've been trying so hard not to be. So yeah, maybe I'm misreading that, but that's what it seemed like. And like I said, just a beautiful synth pop Pet Shop Boys symphony. So really enjoyed that. Do let me know what you think. I do know, excuse me, that a number of people were not only looking forward to this album, but when I started it, it was like, oh, I've been waiting for this one. So I am excited to go through it, given that I enjoy everything I've heard from them so far. And again, I just started going through the PSB produced Liza Minnelli Results album, so getting a lot of their late 80s, early 90s sonics in this moment. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of the album. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.